Hey everyone, I'm Squeaky, and this is our first step into finding the best pencil ever. So, for our first entry, we have the one, the only, the legendary Dixon Ticonderoga. So, these pencils are, well, they first of all claim to be the world's best pencil, which is a bold statement. But anyway, what I paid for these pencils is, let me look at my chart. I paid for this 10 pack of pencils. I paid a whopping $3.24 with using a 40% coupon at Hobby Lobby. So if you can get them cheaper, that's great. If you can't, that's how you get them at that price. Which rounds out each pencil at about 33 cents, which isn't bad. First off, like I said, the price is not going to reflect in the quality of the pencil because this is just a pencil review about the quality of the pencil. I don't care how much they cost. But anyway, let's go ahead and rip this pack open and go over them. Let's figure out what we can find out about these pencils. All right, so we have our Dixon Ticonderogas here. Like I mentioned before, after using a coupon at Hobby Lobby, they averaged out to about 33 cents each. So let's go ahead, and I'm not even going to tear into this package. Look how convenient that was right away. Okay, so let's go over the first criteria. Like I said, we'll go over the quality of it, right? Let's really bring you in on the pencil here. Focus. Okay, so as you can see, this is basically the number 2 pencil that we all grew up with and know and love. It's hard to tell right off the bat because these come pre-sharpened, which is good, but it does make it difficult to tell how centered the lead is. But as you can see, if you kind of get a direct look on it, the lead actually looks pretty centered on it. It doesn't look like a very thick lead or anything like that, but it does look centered. We're going to go ahead and try to sharpen this. And I'm just using a regular pencil hand sharpener. And it comes pre-sharpened, but we're just going to see as far as for the quality of the wood, how well it sharpens. So we're going to give it a little sharpen. Alright, so it sharpens good. Not much to say really. The wood, you can see it's kind of grainy. It's not like a real smooth wood, and but other than that, it's a quality pencil for what you're paying. I mean, for 33 cents. But we'll see how it stands up to the other pencils that we try as far as quality wise. So anyway, let's get back into let's go over the next criteria that we have, and that's going to be the weight, shape, and like the feel in your hand. So basically the feel in your hand. So this it doesn't feel much more natural than this pencil for me. I mean, it's just a regular pencil. It's got a good length off the bat. Of course, that's going to change as you sharpen your pencil, which is the unfortunate thing about like traditional wooden pencils is they are going to change. The weight's good. I mean, it's just it's a decent pencil. And so anyway, let's go over the feel in your or the feel of writing. So as you let's write down in my little handmade chart here, this top area, it'll be for the Dixon Ticonderoga. There you go. So it feels good. It feels like a normal pencil. It definitely feels better than those really cheap, like almost waxy feeling pencils. Those are awful. So for low budget pencil, this is going to be a great pencil. You can see, or it felt good, but you could feel the lead kind of crack on it because it was freshly sharpened. I wasn't pushing too hard, but I don't know if you can see there. You probably can't. There's a little bit of flakiness. But anyway, like I said, there's not too much to say as far as on this pencil. It's your classic number 2 Dixon Ticonderoga. The thing about this pencil, though, that I can say is, if you've ever seen these, you have your black Dixon Ticonderogas, right? And as far as I tried, I mean, these seem identical. I don't know if they're supposed to be different or not, but the only thing I've ever noticed is maybe like the wood coloration on it, and of course the paint. This says black on it. I don't know if that's just because they're black pencils. I'm guessing because the writing didn't seem any more black on it. The only thing I always have preferred on it is the eraser. But I don't know if that's different either, if it's just a pigment difference. But anyway, so if you get either one of these, you're going to get the same pencil, is what I'm saying. So let's go over the last thing. It's going to be the capabilities of this pencil and see what it's capable of. So we'll go with, let's see how many shades, or you know what? Let's do the consistency of the lead, right? That's pretty important. So when you're coloring in a square or just an area, like so. Okay, let's zoom in on that so that you can really see what I'm saying. Okay, so if you can see, we have our what I drew, and so it's just all that was like an even pressure and stuff, so it's pretty consistent. But you can see in little areas like right here, it leaves a little bit of white. You might have to re-go back over if you want it more consistent than that. But for one run, that was pretty decent. Like if you go back over it, it'll fill out for sure. So it's actually a pretty decent pencil, really. That filled out. It's dark, you know, consistent. I mean, there are some inconsistencies, like I said, but it's pretty good. Like, it seems to be holding its own so far. Let's go with how well the lead's holding up. That was just one thing. We'll come back over it in a minute. The lead seems to be doing okay. It hasn't lost a whole lot of its sharpness yet. Let's see how many different shades we can get out of this one pencil. So going super light like that, you can see that we have our lightest shade. Or, I mean, I'm sure you can go lighter than that, but that's pretty soft. Right, like, I mean, if you hold it from like the back of the pencil, it's pretty much the same. Okay, I mean, this might be a little bit lighter. So let's go into like a more mid-tone. So still pretty soft, a lot lighter than our first one. Let's go darker. Okay, pretty good. It's pretty consistent pencil. A little bit darker. Okay, and let's go real dark. Okay, so on this darkest one, let's go one more. Let's see if we can go any darker than that. Alright, so you can see we can get quite a bit of shades out of this one pencil, which is going to be good for drawing if you're doing shading and stuff. And just as a side note, the paper I'm going to be using for all of these pencil tests, it'll be the same paper. It's just Hammermill 100-pound color copy digital cover paper. So it's pretty thick. It's pretty much the paper I stick with, because if I ever decide to add markers to anything, it's great with the Copics that I have. So as far as that, it's been so good so far. Let's go into, or let's re-look at the lead, see how well it's holding up. Even after that hard, this hard one right here, the lead still seems to be holding up okay-ish. like it's doing okay. And I guess the last thing we'll actually check with is we'll do the smudge test, right? So in each one of these, when you're drawing, you know, I mean, unless you wear like a glove or put your paper over, it's nice to know that your stuff isn't going to smudge much. Okay, but you do want it to kind of be able to smear so you can get your effects. So that smudged quite a bit. So that's up to you whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. And we also want to try a smudge test for erasing. So we're going to draw another little filled in area here, like this. And this is a lot more important than the previous thing I just did, because when you're erasing, you want a clean line. Okay. So see, this one did have some smudge. So that was 2 strokes with the eraser. We have this smudge here. It pulled the graphite. It pulled it here. This was actually pretty decently clean. That's what you want, is a real clean edge. So let's do one more and see how clean of an edge we can get with multiple passes of the eraser. That is something you want to avoid though, because you don't want to have to do a bunch of passes with an eraser to get a real clean line, right? I mean, you just want it to be able to be a nice clean line. So even there, see, we still got some smudging. The erasability of this pencil's pretty good though. It's almost like non-existent there. And that's about it as far as the review. Let's go to our chart and we'll chart everything up real fast, and then we'll finish out our video. That was the Dixon Ticonderoga. Boop. Cool, so that was a whole lot of fun with our Dixon Ticonderoga. There you go. And let's go over our reviews. Let's chart this one up. Alright, so that was a whole lot of fun doing that test. On the quality of it, it was, like I said, it was pretty decent for what you paid. But also, like I said, price is not going to pay, or is not going to play a factor in my grading of these pencils. But anyway, since it's the only pencil we've tested, it is the best quality pencil we've tested since the start of this mini-series. And did it feel good in hand? It felt pretty natural in hand. It was pretty good. I mean, it wasn't like I picked it up and was like, oh my goodness, this pencil's amazing. But it's your normal pencil, so it's kind of like I picked it up and it was, I got a pencil and now I'm gonna write stuff. So anyway, that's in first place as of right now. All right, and our feel of writing. Now the feel of writing, which is really interesting because it is just a regular pencil, and I don't know if it's just you know, nostalgia of like the early school days when you first buy your supplies and you get you a brand new pencil and it's a good one like these and not like those little cheapo ones with like the weird waxy lead that's like real hard and it barely writes and you have to like break your arm to press down on it. But they do feel good. It's a good feeling pencil. It's nice to know that you can get all those shades out of one simple pencil like that. And it's a good pencil. It's a good drawing pencil. So we'll give it first place on that. All right. And so now capability. Capability is we have our little chart. As you can see, it did cover a wide spectrum of shades. Now we don't have much to compare it to as of now because we don't know how, you know, out of our other pencils if they can go much darker and much lighter than these. And as far as the erasability, I mean, it erased pretty good. It erased to almost nothing. But like I said, there might be another pencil that's coming up that erases better, that erases worse. The consistency of the lead on this one was decent. It wasn't like, I mean, I can imagine there's pencils that are better than it. And the smudge test on the erasing, it did smudge quite a bit. We'll see if it smudges more or less than other pencils. But as of now, it's in first place on capability, bringing its total average up to 1. And that is the lowest average of all the pencils we've tested so far. And so it is in first place as of today. So, our little, the world's best pencil claim. As of right now, this is the best pencil we've tested on our journey to finding the best pencil ever. So anyway, let's we've reviewed it. We don't have another pencil yet, and that'll be in the next video. Be sure to subscribe, hit that like button. When you do subscribe, hit that little bell so that you'll be notified when our next pencil video is up. And let's draw something with this guy here. Nothing but this pencil. Let's see what we can come up with. Alright, so that was my Dixon Ticonderoga drawing. You can see I did the Skyrim symbol. I guess I could have kept going with it, but I reached a point where I was pretty happy with it. And so that was drawing for Dixon Ticonderoga. Like I said, the drawing won't have an effect on the grade that I give the pencil, because if I would have chose to draw something else, it could have looked like the pencil did a better or worse job. But anyway, so that's the first episode of the search for the perfect pencil. Or the best pencil ever. Whatever you want to call it. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that review. I enjoyed doing it. If you like the mini-series, if you like the video, be sure to hit that like button. It helps a lot. Also, be sure to subscribe. And if you're subscribing because of this mini-series, be sure to hit that little bell. Or hit the little bell anyway if you like the videos. That'll ensure that you're updated with any future videos that I put out. So, like this little mini series of pencil videos, it'll let you know each time I put a new one out. So, anyway, now that I've drawn my dragon and reviewed my pencil, stay tuned for next time. I already have a pencil lined up for the next review. You'll get to see what that is. And until then, go draw something.